Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Music Arena with Akimani. I hope you've been enjoying our series thus far. Alright, as you know, we give you back to back with amazing content, inspiring moments and enlightening conversations. Today, without any further ado, I have a special guest in our midst. It's someone you all know. He's an amazing singer, a music director, a worship leader, and a whole lot of things. He's married to one wife and one beautiful kids. I thought you're good this man. Ladies and gentlemen, I have Pureconcepts here today. Alright, Alagba Pure, how are you doing today?
I'm very good. Thank you very much.
Thanks to have you.
Thank you so much for thank you. It's good to be here.
Alright, yeah, so just before we get into it, I'd like to just give us a brief background about your musical journey thus far. Our viewers and people watching would like to know, first of all, I think I'm going to ask a two-in-one question.
Okay.
How your music started,
Okay.
What you've been up to, and what you had to do to get here, and of course, why Pure Concepts.
All right. Thank you.
The concept is pure.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me once again. I started music as a drummer. At least I can remember that growing up, my dad is still a music director. He's in the Baptist settings, and he celebrated his 70th birthday a few weeks ago, so he's still directing music. So growing up, he's always playing music in the house, TVs and the radio. So I have grown to love music, and I found love in playing the drums. So we'll go to church, the children's church, I'll play the Akuba drum. From there, our church bought a set of drums, and I found out that there was this small boy that used to play the drums, and I began to feel very bad. So I started taking interest in that drum set. From there, my secondary school, I played drums in the school, also in the church. Then in the university, I gained admission, and the choir I attended back then, the choir is at least we were like over 200. It's a mass choir, and joining the choir was hard for me because I wasn't used to the contemporary song they used to do back then. I remember they were doing songs like "Rain on Us" by John Picky. That was one of the songs they did, and I'm like, I can't play the drums to this. How do I do this? So, but somebody kept on encouraging me. You can join the choir. On the audition day, I didn't know one of the questions I was asked. I could not get one right. They asked me, play this. I could not play it because I was used to, it's either it is Warrior or it's I Life. It's one of the two. So, but I found my name on the admission list into the choir, the supplementary list, and there I started. For like 1 year, I was on the bench. Let me use the word bench, and I did not even touch the drums at all. I was just learning how it has been, how they used to play it and all that. So from that, I started playing drums, and then I got really, really good in playing drums. And after that, I came to Oshobo. Then my church, the church I attend now, they had no music director then. I attended their rehearsal. I thought, okay, I can join this place and all that. So somebody else was on the drums, or they said, okay, can you be our music director? Okay, I would be. I started music directing without knowing much about it. Okay. I didn't know anything, but I only know just little soft notations, and that was what I built on. And here we are right now. And then from there, music directing, people started saying, oh, I love your arrangement, I love this, I love that. Okay, can you come and minister here? From one administration to the other. So it started from being a music director, it started from being a drummer to being a music director, and then to being an artist. That's been the journey.
Oh, that's quite a memorable one.
Thank you.
I think that will be a memorable one for you.
Thank you.
So the other question that I was trying to ask is Pure Concepts. How did that become?
Oh, okay. Now I remember that at the university, I'm always saying words like, oh, pure. If you ask me your day. Day me pure gone. Alpha, short jump, put pure kini ejari. I was putting pure in virtually everything. Now, I needed a name as a drummer. So I was looking for names, and people started calling me Pure Strokes. Okay. So I was like, oh, Pure Strokes, that's nice. So we made Strokes and Pure. Oh, Pure. So we made a customized shirt and I put Pure Strokes at the back. So there, everybody started calling me, is either Pure or Pure Strokes. After I left and then I got to Shogo, I knew that I was not playing drums too well again. So I was looking for, what do I do? Should I use my name or I should use Pure? So I knew that a lot of people do not even know my name. So oh, my name is Adewale Babs Faniron. That's my name. Yes. So I felt, okay, what should I do? I started, okay, I could be a drummer, I could still be a music director, I could still be an artist. That's a lot of things. So let's just call it Pureconcepts. And that was how we started with Pureconcepts.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Mr. Adewale Faniron. I mean, these are really, beautiful discoveries that I'm sure that not everyone out there who even knows you personally would have known. So, all right, so let's get right straight into it. I'm going to be asking you a couple of questions, and before I go right into that, there was something that you said that you became a music director unplanned, in quotes. Yeah, so I'd like to know, like, between now and then, there must have been things that you've gone through. I mean, yeah, so, because why I'm asking is that I know quite a number of persons who have held a particular position of leadership in the choir or in the music field, and they really have not grown, but it's obvious that you're grown. All right, so are there some things that you like to share with people that you've done over time, or that you think that any potential music director or any active music director out there should be doing? Yeah.
All right, thank you. I am not grown. I am actually growing. I am still growing. Sincerely, that's the truth of the matter. And well, I started music directing just little. So in fact, the surfers, I miss a lot of them. Back then, I'll be using saw to call a do, but I had guys who would say that's not how it is. But I was not shy to tell them that I don't know these things. I don't know it. So one of the things that I have done is to acknowledge the fact that I don't know it.
Okay.
That is one thing that a lot of people find very hard to do, to acknowledge the fact that I don't know this thing. When you acknowledge that fact, now getting better becomes easy or easier, as the case may be. Now, a lot of people do not also want to pay the price for knowledge. That's number one. I remember that I'll pick a song that the choir will be singing. I'll send it to some of my guys like Joshua Adeniji, Emmanuel, Damilare, Israel. I'll send it to them. They will score the song and put it into sofa notes and send it back to me. I will now sit down with the sofa notes and be singing it all day. And then I'll pick the sofa notes, go to the rehearsal and teach them. And I did that for many months. One day, I sent song. There was no time. So I was at a fix. And I had to go to rehearsal, and I managed myself to teach the song. I knew that, okay, I'm beginning to get it because I have been doing it. They have been sending it to me, and I've been doing it on my own. Yeah. I remember that there were classes I took. I still take classes till now. There were classes I took by Tommy Touche, by a lot of people. I remember that there was a class I took, and I was paying money every week.
Wow.
Every week. I think it was 2,000 naira every blessed week. And the class was like, I can't remember, 12 weeks or thereabouts. And we were paying every week for that class. So I remember that people would have concerts. I do not know how to sing very well anyway. But people would have concerts and I would go there. From Osogbo, I'll go to Ilorin for concerts. I remember TY first concert. I used to go to his concert. He doesn't even know me really well like that. I would go there, sit down, learn, see excellence there. And I'll come back the next day. I remember Sinach concert. From here to Lagos, I went to Lekki. I paid for the ticket, 7,000 naira for myself and my wife. That's 14,000. I spent over 150,000 to watch a 14,000 concert like that because Todd Dulaney was coming that time. I remember, paid for the hotel, paid for the food because I just wanted to know how do they use to the food was nice anyway. Because you cannot pay for that amount of money. And that's why we entered the hotel. My wife was like, "Are you sure we're going to sleep here?" I said, "Yes, we'll sleep there." Because I remember that was the time I had the chance to attend House on the Rock in Lekki. The hotel I slept was very close to that place, just like a stone throw. I remember that same day, that same Sunday, I went to the Elevation Church. That same day, I went to Cedars House of Grace because I just wanted to see how they do their things. So it's been because I also have passion for directing music. What you don't have passion for, you would struggle a lot. So even while you're struggling and you have passion for it, you will not see it as struggle. You see it as, okay, I'm just getting better.
All right, okay, thank you, Pio. I mean, those were quite a number of points, and if I want to recap, I think some of the basic things that you've said here is that you were deliberate for growth, and you gave yourself to training. You mentioned about, purchasing courses and, learning from those who know it better. I think that's one thing that everyone should really emulate, especially in times like this, because knowledge is continuous. So thank you very much, Pio. One other thing I'd like to ask you is talking about your passion for music and how you have time to go for ministrations and for musical events this much. I understand that this is not the only thing that you do, so I'd like to know how you combine and still do both excellently, or is it just okay for a musician to not work and just go into full-time music and just expect that the music pays off someday, or is it necessary for to work and just have the other side as a passive income means? How do you get to balance these things?
All right, thank you very much. Let me say that the first thing I would say is, if God has not told you to go into full-time music ministry, don't do it. Don't do it. I know of people who have gone into full-time ministry and they are doing well. One of them is Reverend Adika. Reverend Adika is a Baptist reverend and is into full-time music ministry. Himself and his wife, they have nothing else they do. And the only thing they do is just go for ministrations. Because God told them. If God didn't tell you, don't do it. That's why.
Are they also sitting pastors in church?
No, they are not sitting pastors. They go from one place to the other. Today, Shepherd Hill Baptist Church in Lagos. Today, Ibadan. Today, Kano. That's how they go with their team, and they go there to perform. Now, it is also good to say that as a musician, it is good to have a degree or a certificate. Let's put it that way. A certificate. You have to go to school. You have to go to school. You have to learn. You have to. Okay, you are a graduate. Probably you have your first degree in mechanical engineering. You have your first degree in biotechnology, something, biochemistry, anything like that. With that, you can get a job while you are doing music alongside. I do music alongside. I'm a project manager. I'm into human resource. I'm into transportation and logistics, a lot like that. Now, how do I manage all these things? Because my work is an hybrid. I'm talking about the secular work now. It's an hybrid. I might be at the office, I may not be at the office. I may be there, I may not be there. And so it gives me time to do other things. So when I'm one of the things I also do is I'm a lecturer. I lecture, and I know that, or everybody around me know that Saturdays is like my Monday. I don't joke with that because I'll take lectures from 9 a.m. till 4 p.m. From there, I'll carry my bag, I'm going for rehearsal. Church choir, I'm going there straight for rehearsal. So every Saturday for the whole year, I don't have time. But you can see me, okay, I have time on Mondays, on Tuesdays. So now, we need to balance it. As a musician, get a job. Please get a job. Even pastors will respect you when you have a job. When you have a job, you can say, okay, this is where I work. And you can come to church and play. You can come to church and enjoy yourselves. Those who are collecting salary from church, it's fine. It's not a bad thing. There are people who are working and they do not even remember to collect anything from the church because they know that there is a job that is paying the bills.
Yeah.
So we should be able to manage it. If you want to go full-time, make sure God is leading you into it. But on the other side, please have a job.
All right, very well. Thank you. I think that's quite clear.
Thank you very much.
So, have a job. You have a job. Have a job. All right. That was on a lighter note, guys. All right. We still have Pureconcepts in the house, and thank you for all of this revelational moment. talking about the artistic parts of music ministers or stress as you may have it. I understand that you do go out for outings a lot, so I'm also going to be asking you some questions and some making inquiries as to what is expected of your supposed hosts or of you as a guest when you go out there. For instance, now, where I'm trying to get is, I want to believe that there are some certain do's and don'ts, and I know that you also do a bit of project management. So for me, I want to perceive, organizing a concert or going for a concert as a project that you have to manage. And I understand that there are steps, there are things that you have to cross, and do some certain checks and balances and all of that. So when when someone is inviting you for a program, how do you expect that they communicate with you? I mean, is it fine if I just, reach out to you on WhatsApp, or do you have to send a mail? Do you have to place a phone call? Do I have to see you after an event and approach you? What are the certain modalities?
All right. Thank you very much. The modality is not stereotypical.
Okay.
There are different ways. You can go for administration, and then right there they see you and they say, "Oh, please, we have a program coming up. Will you be available?" That is because they are seeing you right there, and they just want to, okay, let's hear from you if you will be available. We can't say people should not do that. Is it right? Yeah, to some extent it is. Actually, it is, because you know that you are seeing the person and can easily get, okay, you can reach out to me on this. Now, what I always tell people to do when you know that you want to invite somebody, I want to invite Pureconcepts for our program coming up in June. Okay, fine. Now, you know that person has social media handles. Now, it is easy for you to reach out to the person probably by DM on the social media handle. "Hello, sir. This, would like to invite you." The person will now tell you, okay. Now, let me also say this. I'll pick it from the organizers. I'll also pick it from the person they are inviting. But you're invited for a program, and then you are the one taking everything. I mean, they're reaching out to you. You're also the one responding. You're the one giving everything. You don't have a manager. You don't have people around you that you can say, okay, talk to this person while you do other things. It is not too good enough. It does not show that you are organized. It is very wrong when they reach out to you on WhatsApp and then you are also the one chatting, you are also the one doing everything. No. To me, it shows that you are not organized. What do? You have a mail. Whoever is inviting you, make sure that you have a letter of invitation from them. It is compulsory. May we not be embarrassed. May we not be asked funny questions like, "Were you invited?" I mean, and then you'll be like, "I was invited. Hi, they told me on WhatsApp." On WhatsApp? They told you on WhatsApp, or they gave me a call. It's not done that way. So, for documentation, even for you to also be able to have an appraiser at the end of the year, you can easily say, we went for 550 ministrations this year. We went for 50 ministrations this year. You'll be able to do that by the number of invitations you have in your mail. So when they send you a mail, you tell them that they should send an invite to your mail. When they send the invite, please, I would also say something at this point. Artists should have what we call technical rider. Technical rider is good. It shows that you know what you are doing. It shows that, okay, this is the number of persons I'm coming with. They are coming with me. I have this. I have a pianist. Or two pianists. I have a bassist. I have a lead guitarist. I have a drummer or two drummers. Percussionist. I have somebody that will play the wire. I have somebody that will play the chord. I have someone that will play the shekere. I have everything. This is the things we would need. You are not asking for a combo, but you expect them to have a combo when you get there. Excuse me, you didn't tell them. What if they don't know that they are supposed to get you a combo?
Alright, so I'm going to cut you right there.
Alright.
So, I want us to do a little bit. So what happens when I send them a technical rider and eventually they do not have those things, and those are the things that I really do use for my artists do I turn down the lights? Or what if I send them a technical rider and I get to the program or get to the program and those things are not in place? That's a 2-in-1 question. I like this one.
Yes. All right. I know you. I know that there are things that you use. Probably there's a stem you have worked on.
Okay.
And then you're using the stem. But the speakers they are using in the place is just one speaker on a stand. And you know that even if you play the stem or even if they play the bass guitar alone, it will not sound well in that. So let's look at, okay, what if I get there and then I do not find all the things? You are there already. That's why it is good that for artists, don't just go with one arrangement. Just should there be an issue, this is what we'll do. This is our original arrangement. But yes, you should have a backup plan. It is good that you have a backup plan. You can't just leave them stranded. They have reinvited you. Some people are there because they saw you on the flyer. If you leave abruptly and then it shows that, number one, you are angry with them, and you can't even afford to be angry with them as at that time. You can express your anger later, and then just minister, perform in your little way that you can, that will not really affect the whole sound. Manage it and then you leave. What if they cannot get the things in your rider? One of the things you can do is to direct them to somebody they can get those things from. They don't have it. They don't have, let me use combo. They don't have a combo. They don't have it. Direct them to somebody who can give it out to them, and then they will pay that person. They will get the combo for you. And that you have also helped the business of that person. So you are giving them, okay, let me share this contact with you. Reach out to the person. The person will be able to get you everything that we need. Fantastic. We went to Elisha last year, and then I was surprised. The church really amazed me. That's the second time I will be going. We were there the previous year, and we got there. The other time, the sound was manageable. It was a stage. They did well. But this year, we sent them a technical rider, and we got there, we saw a digital mixer. We saw things. They got all the gadgets. They got very, very good cameras. The sound was okay, and we enjoyed ourselves because we told them ahead, and they got it. And this is also a plea to organizers. Please, don't spend the first thing when you have a concert or a program. Okay, people say the first thing is prayers and all that, because we always like to be religious. It is good. Prayers, yes. Prayer aside, you cannot do without a good sound. Please, whatever thing that will take you to get a good sound for those you are inviting, so that they can enjoy themselves. We love it when we have good sound. We will not struggle. We are making this plea so that you spend money. Spend money on good sound rather than on the choir uniform. Spend money on good sound rather than on the choir uniform.
One of the major things that make up a concert is the sound.
Is the sound. One of the major things is the sound. Please, this is our plea. It is wrong for God will help us. We are pleading.
Yeah,
so God, thank you very much. Let me just pause there.
All right, great. Thank you, Pure. I just like something I was saying somewhere recently, and I was saying that a concert is not the same thing as a worship meeting.
Very true.
Like people should really know the difference. There are certain things that are standards.
Probably, maybe we should say something about that. Our concert organizers, please. It is wrong for us to come to you call it a concert. We cannot even see your own work, what you have done, your own songs, your own arrangement. No originality, no creativity. No, it is wrong. It is a concert because you know that you have something you have worked upon and you want to bring that thing to limelight. That's why it's a concert. It's not because you have heard artist A, artist B, artist C. Now you're putting artist A, artist B, artist C, and then you're calling it a concert. No.
You have to chant.
And then you have to chant and speaking in tongues and all these things. Please, whoever knows these things would find it very hard to even connect with you in such a gathering. You can say praise night. You can say worship meeting. Fantastic. You can go there. But once you call it a concert, we want to see originality. At least there must be a session where you would have your songs back to back to back. If you cannot, and let me also say this, you cannot compose. You cannot compose. There's no problem. You can get somebody to do the composition. and then you do the want to perform the song. There's no big deal there. I cannot rap. I know that one of the songs we did at Messiah Marathon Praise in Lagos is we didn't do that part because of time. There was a rap that's supposed to be in the arrangement. I cannot do a rap. The person that did that for us is excellent. He wrote the rap, sang it, or probably he sang it, and then he gave it to us. Someone else did it. You cannot do everything. You can't do it.
You know, over the week I saw posts that one of our friends, Matade, sent to me, and I realized that the song, I think it was Changed by Jeffrey Golden, was actually written by Darren Walls, and it was produced by Myron.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw. Yes.
And I'm like, really?
Yes.
Like, but you know, here is one person that received the idea, that will compose the song, that will write the song, that will produce the song. It's even the one that will market and
it's not right.
So I think I totally understand what you're saying. It's important that we celebrate, graces.
Yes.
And allow people to function in their strength, and give credit where necessary.
That's
very, very important. Thank you for. I wish we could do it on that concert, but time will not permit us.
Okay.
Probably we'll still have a decision.
Okay.
There's something I want to talk about that I also think that I see a lot happening in events, and that has to do with people, invited guests coming into program late rather. I mean, like you're being invited to come minister somewhere. Perhaps no communication with the host that you're going to be coming at so time. Then you come in. Perhaps it may be justifiable. Maybe you're coming from somewhere. I'm just saying. I'm trying to just put the benefit of doubt. And then immediately you're done, you leave again. Just to play. So basically, you're not really like a part of the program. You just come. I don't know. Perhaps taking you on the radio before then or after then. Minister at the time you come in and then you leave. What do you think about certain things? Is there a better way that this can be done? How should it be done? Should they invite, should they let the host know that they will be coming late? Should they let the audience know they will be leaving immediately? I mean, how do we just maintain? Because I'm just imagining if everyone has to come late in the night and everyone has to leave, that means the concerts will probably be late with just the audience. Yeah. So how do we, tackle some of those things?
All right. There are different reasons why an artist can come in late to a concert. It could be traffic, it could be delay in flight, and I remember that there was a time that Ty Tribet was invited. Was it Ty Tribet? Was invited to Koza, and immediately he got in, he went on stage immediately. So he had to pause a little and do sound check so that his guys can easily mount few things, and then while he was talking, they were doing the sound check. That's because they already know what they would do. That's because they already know what they would do. And right there, and they kicked start. Yeah, it was Ty Tribet, and they kicked start, and everywhere on fire, and that was it. But then, organizers, we want to beg you. We'll keep begging you until these things get better. Now, you don't invite people if they are traveling from out of town for an all-night event. You should get them a place to stay. That is the normal thing. I have seen instances, or I have been involved, where we'll sleep in the car. We'll sleep in the car because our host will say, hey, we don't have money. We are just student environment. We are this. Please help us. The church is just starting. By the time the church blows, you will not remember those that you invited that were sleeping in the car again. Because you have to pursue the A-list artists.
And that's because you went to the car.
That's because
Let's
assume we went with a public transport. We will now sleep in the church or just find somewhere to stay. It is not right, and sincerely, it is not right. Let's portray excellence. So now, getting into the event very late, a lot of things can cause that. I said that already. And then you walk in, probably you had one of the things why an artist would leave immediately is because probably the person has another event. There's another event, but it's good to tell the congregation that, and the first thing is even to apologize for coming late. It is very wrong. You are standing them, you kept them waiting. Even if there are other artists that administered, but you kept them waiting. We apologize for coming late. We due to this, due to that, and all that, with this. It could be car fault.
Okay, wait. So I'm going to continue it.
Okay.
So if an artist is invited for an event, and in his letter or in a letter, he or she already knows that they are ministering by 3 a.m. Are you saying that, and the event is supposed to begin by 10 p.m., but they are ministering by 3 a.m.? Are you saying they're supposed to be at the event hall or at the venue from 10 p.m., or they are supposed to just come in when it's almost 3 p.m.? Considering that they may be coming from somewhere, or just because they are not going to be ministering till that time.
All right. Now, let's assume that they are traveling in for the event, and then the event is, let's say the event is 10. They got into town around 8 or 9, because probably his guys, the person you are inviting also, he has guys, and those guys, they have work jobs that they need to finish at the office before they start getting into the car, and then they will now travel to where they are going to. So probably they're getting there around 8 or 9. Now you are giving them where they will stay, in the hotel, or you lodge them in the guest house. They are there resting. They need to rest before they will be able to perform excellently. So let's say they are resting at least by 11. The program is starting by 10, don't forget. By 11, 12, they should be in the venue. It is wrong for artists to go in when it is almost time for them to perform. It is wrong. I see it more like pride. Like you guys have been waiting for us. We are now around. We carry the anointing to really yes. We are putting everything. We need to set the atmosphere. It's a lie. Walk in, sit down. Other ministrations, other ministers are ministering. Let them minister to you too, as you would minister to other people. But some people don't want to get ministered to, because they feel, I'm too big, And you would see, you go for an event, you are invited, another person is ministering, you are pressing your phone because you feel. And then there's this gesture that some artists even give when you're singing. You'll be like, what's so special? What this person is doing? They will not be looking at their guys. You remember that we did it in 1952. You remember that one? Why? We are one body, and we need to work together. When an artist is ministering, you should be under the ministration and enjoy God. What if that time is when God actually wants to speak to you or wants to do something? So you can't just say because you are invited. You are invited does not mean that you carry the most grace. There are other people in the congregation. So go there, walk in, enjoy God, allow other people, as they are dancing, you dance. It's not as if when you dance because you are not yet a minister, that's when that dancing will now take away the anointing from you. Some people have seen instances, instrumentalists mostly. They'll go for an event, but because it's not yet your time, another person is playing, you will now stand like this. You now squeeze your face because it's not yet your time. But because you feel there is nothing much that this person is actually playing. Hello, can you play everything? You can't do that. So go there, and it is wrong to go there when it is almost your time, except there is a very cogent reason. There are instances that can happen. Like I said, the car developed a fault. You have to finish the fault. You have to get the car working before you get to the destination. These are very, very little, and don't let it be all the time that your car will develop faults.
All right, thank you, Pio. That's really, really clear.
Thank you.
This is very clear, and I really hope that people do get to hear. I really do hope that you get to hear this, watch this, and make the necessary amendments and adjustments where necessary. Yeah, so I'm going to ask you like about 2 more things before we wrap it up on the show today. And one of them would be, if you are invited for a program and somebody already told you, like the protocol or the host already told you that you're going to be ministering for 20 minutes, and then you get there and suddenly maybe they didn't manage their time well, and then your time has been drastically cut short. Our times have been cut short. I mean, your time of
I get it. Yes, I get you.
Your time of nutrition has been, really reduced. How to manage all those kind of unnecessary and impromptu emergencies, that is happening as a bad as a product of misorganization. There's some things that actually happens that may be inevitable, but there are some that is just really bad planning, and then you're trying to look good, you're trying to be God's servant. But at the same time, you have already prepared for this and you have a script per se. So how do you handle those kind of, and of course, what do you expect from hosts after the program? Like, what do you expect? Do you expect that they reach out through a call, or I just want us to get certain things right, in this part of the word, and doing music correctly.
All right, thank you very much. I hope you know that sometimes it may not be the fault of the organizer. Let's assume that an organizer is bringing his or her mentor to perform or minister in his or her event, and is giving the mentor 30 minutes. The mentor gets on stage and the mentor feels, it is my mentee that holds the event, so nobody can tell me I will spend 30 minutes. If the mentee ends up, the mentor could end up spending 2 hours. That has eaten into the time of other invited guests, and it becomes the issue. So in that case, it is not actually the fault of the organizer, because you cannot go and tell your mentor that, sir, time is up, because you might feel you're embarrassing me and all that. So one of the appeal here is that, please, when you are invited for a program, the time you have been given, stay to it. Stay to it. Please stick to that time. Adhere to it, so that other people who would minister after you would not have to suffer from that act of negligence from your own part. Now, you were told that you would spend 30 minutes. You get there, they are telling you that, oh, please sir, can you help us spend 10 minutes? Or can you help us spend 15 minutes? Please spend the 15 minutes and leave. Don't get angry because, you told us it's 30 minutes. Our arrangement is 30 minutes. That's not the time for that. Go there. In fact, you may have to do without your arrangement. Since just do simple, just allow yourself to minister to people. Before you know it, it's past 15 minutes. When it gets to 30 minutes, just leave and leave the stage respectfully. It is better that way than for the MC on the anchor. That's another thing we need to talk about. The MC, it's very now than for the MC to now come and say 2 minutes more, or to come or stand beside you and be patting you on the back. I mean, now concert organizers also need to understand that the amount of time that these anchors use is much more than the amount of one person you are inviting to come and minister. Please, if you are there to anchor the program, anchor the program. Don't just turn the program into your own event, creating unnecessary jokes. Some of you would even go about joking, taking jokes or making jokes of those that are seated as the guests.
Sensitive.
You don't do that. You don't. It is wrong. It is actually, because if all these things, if we have a system that works, all these things will not play out. Organizer, get a timer. Get a timer for your event. Make sure that there's a timer. And once it is time up, whether for the anchor or for the, tell them strictly. That's why before you have your event, call everybody to a meeting. Don't just pick an anchor a day to the program. Hello, buddy, please, you'll be the anchor for the tomorrow program. You have not explained your vision. The person does not understand the things you want to achieve. So the person just picks up the mic and starts, just anchoring the event the way he or she feels. So please, let's do the things that we are meant to do rightly. Let's do it properly. If you've cut your time, use the time they've given you and then leave the stage.
Oh, amazing. I was really hoping we get here. And thank you for doing justice to some of it. You see, these are the issues.
That's the truth.
These are the issues, and I don't think this series or this episode can, do enough justice to some of these things. I'm very sure that we're going to have you at some other time.
No problem.
And wrap this up properly.
No problem.
And talk about, these things that music creatives, artists, musicians, Just before we go here, Pure, I want to say thank you for all the insightful things and comments that you've made here.
Thank you.
I personally have been blessed, and I'm sure that those who are listening and watching this too I've been able to note, you know, some really cogent things that we all need to work on, you know, to ensure that this the old church event and concert thing gets better. So we'd just like to know, is there any major thing you're planning? Is there any big thing coming up soon? Is there something you'd like to share with people? That would be one. Then after you say that, I would just like you to give your last words for music creatives out there, you know, just something encouraging and motivating. Yeah.
All right, thank you. Is there anything coming up? I hope that one day there would be something like a mass choir that can fit into both gospel and secular space, choir that can sing about love, sing about corruption, sing about the nation as a whole, sing about the economy, sing about God at the same time. Okay. So I wish that we would have that one day, you know, people, different choristers coming around, not even choristers alone, creatives, videographers, photographers, people that can handle lighting, and you just have something of excellence. When you gather people that are excellent, you will definitely see excellence there. So I wish that one of these days we can have that, you know, people that will just sing, probably a mass choir of 100, 200, 300, 400 as the case may be. But God will keep on helping us. And then to the advice to music creatives. First, the church is not the only place for you. The church is not the only place. Sincerely, that's the truth. Oh, I work in my church. So whenever you have issues with the church, you cannot function in other place again, because you feel that church is actually because it's a building and all that. So please, the church is not the only place for you. Number two, go outside the church. God didn't call us to the church. He said go into the world. Go into the world and try out that thing that you have in mind. Try out that thing. Oh, you like to make skits, but you are a Christian. How do you make your skits and people will know that this guy is actually a Christian, okay, and is different from somebody else? And then, so anything that you can do well, please make sure you do it so well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Pio. It's been amazing having you.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
There has been really lots of revelations here today, and I think that it's not a coincidence that you're here today, because these are major happenings around our society and around the community at large. Alright guys, that will be all for today's episode of Music Arena. I've been speaking with Pureconcepts on the show today, and we've been talking about what the basic things that every music creative and enthusiast should know. Alright, so please do well to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share with your friends and family, your loved ones, and every music person that you know out there. Thank you everyone. Thank you Exousia Network for also doing this with us. Alright, God bless you. So I'll see you again next month. My name remains again Akimani. God bless you.